Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I will introduce myself for you. My name is Dr. Norma Reyes and I'm a career and life coach, and I just do videos on all kinds of stuff related to career development and your life. Alright guys, so today's video is just a quick intro to a topic that I'll be doing over the next few days, possibly a couple of weeks, depending on how the topic, how much I have to say on the topic, I suppose. And so it's going to be about leadership development. And so for me, leadership has always been something that people have looked to me as a leader. And I don't mean necessarily as a title, but, you know, like at school, it was like the group leader or the line leader or the person that just kind of took charge, right? So it's always been something that I've naturally been drawn to and that others have seen in me as well. And I think a lot of it has to do with just my analytical abilities, the ability to kind of see everything that's going on, a higher overview kind of person, you know, and being able to see everything all at once and then being like, oh, look, this makes sense here, this is there. So it's just that natural ability to do that. So of course there's different types of leaders, so I will, you know, discuss that, and then I will also have videos discussing the difference between leading with fear versus the leading with love, you know. And just to give you guys an intro on that, leading with fear is someone who is, you know, demanding, isn't open to other people's opinions, is the type of person that's like, do this because I told you to, not necessarily looking at what makes sense or what is more efficient. It's like, this is the way it needs to be done, you know, their way is the right way. Those type of departments are the ones that there's a lot of like negativity within them. There's a lot of secrecy. There's a lot of well, I was just told to do it this way. There's no critical thinking. So it's really a dependent type of leadership, right? If you can't do what you want to do because this person who's leading this team is fear-based, you kind of just start, you know, going into this tiny bubble, and it's like, well, I don't know, last time I did that I got in trouble. And that's a terrible way to lead a group, and it's a terrible way to be in that environment as well, right? And so then the other type of leader is a leader who leads with love. And it's important to note that I don't mean like romantic love. A lot of times, like, that's the only love anybody ever thinks about. But there's all kinds of different loves. And so a leader who leads with love leads with their heart, leads with caring for what they're doing, for their staff and for the customers, for whoever they're producing for. And so a leader who leads with love is compassionate, is understanding, you know, explains things, even if it's going to take a little bit longer, it's okay, because it's about the quality, not the quantity. You know, the more you serve people, the passionately, the more people are going to be drawn towards you. And so, you know, those are the type of topics that I'll be covering over the next couple of days, weeks, depending on how long it takes to go over the different types of leadership. And any input from you guys is definitely, it's definitely welcomed. I love answering people's questions on different things, but my current draw is about leadership for myself. I have definitely grown as a leader. I would not say that I was ever a fear-based leader, because for myself, that's not how I learn. That's not what I like. I like things to be explained to me. And if I can't find an explanation from a person, then I will go look for the explanation. I've always been a book reader. That's how I learn. And I'm currently reading, like a lot of books, but the current one that is really like pulling on me right now is The Alchemist by Paulo. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not even gonna try. I'll have it here. I'll write it out. Paulo something. And so Yeah, his book, The Alchemist, is really kind of teaching me, besides what I assumed it was going to teach me, you know, the universe conspires to get you what you want, but also about the different type of learners, right? So I'm only halfway through the book, so, but it just reminds me of myself with the type of learner I am. And if you've read the book, he talks about the Englishman, and the Englishman reads a lot of books, and he's talking to the shepherd, who he learns by feeling and the language of the world, and he sees the signs. And so when they try to trade places, both of them are like, I don't get it. And so it really just reminds me of myself and my learning. And then my really good friend and my husband, their learning is way different from mine, and I love it. I mean, I love them, I just love it. And I think it's when you can see that, you can see that others have different types of learning, and how important it is not just to understand it, but embrace it and know, like, you can help each other. I've gained so much from my husband and from my friend, and just being open and honest. And, you know, one of my videos talked about making mistakes, and you know, it's okay to make mistakes in your relationships too. It's the only way to grow. It's the only way to develop a deeper love. If I never gave if I never gave my friend my honest thoughts and feedback, then our friendship would have never grown and developed like it has. And it really is because of being vulnerable and willing to just express myself and know that it's going to be okay. You know, if you're in any type of relationship, whether it be friendship, in regards to, you know, your work relationships, if you don't feel comfortable being able to express yourself because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, and I'm not talking about being inappropriate, I'm talking about just really expressing your feelings, telling a coworker, you know, I really didn't like how you approached that with me, next time can you do this, right? Always offer the solution too. Don't just blame them for how they did something and be like, oh, well, that person did XYZ, whatever, you know. So that's another topic that I can touch on as well. And then finally, I'll close with something that I've been telling myself this week, been telling myself, is so we call our clients members. So I have been telling myself and sharing with my staff is, do you want to help the member or do you want to complain? You know, because a lot of times we just want to complain, right? And if that's, to me, like for me, it's like, I just want to know where you stand. If you want to complain to me, I will be there for you. I may not rally with you on it, but definitely if you just want to complain, I'm cool. Now, as long as you're okay and you understand that that's what you're doing. Now, if you want to help the member, I'm all for you too. I am here to help you. So it's important to remind ourselves about that. Like, am I doing what I'm saying I'm doing? Is it because I want to I really want to help with the situation, or do I just want to complain about it? And hey, you know what? Sometimes we just need to complain about it, and that's okay too. Remember, there is no right or wrong. Just know where you're standing, where you're coming from, where your frustration is coming from. You know, that way either you can just drop it and let it go because you don't really want to do anything about it, or, you know, then you can move forward and really help the person you're trying to help, or help the situation, help the member, help the client, whatever it is, help yourself. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe so that you can see my latest videos. Bye.